Well, we're getting a very rare look at the war-torn Syria, of course, inside. This comes days after Syrian forces took back the ancient city of Palmyra from the control of ISIS. This drone video that you're seeing here right now, in fact, shows what's left of the ruins, some of the singular examples dating back to the time of ancient Rome and the Byzantine Empire. ISIS bombed historic structures and museums in the city and then made millions selling the looted artifacts. Our Elizabeth Palmer is the first American journalist to now venture inside Palmyra since its recapture. She's in Homes with the latest.
The good news is that Palmyra's majestic ruins are still standing. The bad news is that ISIS used them as a base for 10 months and destroyed some of the greatest treasures. In fact, they filmed themselves doing it and posted the pictures online, along with video of a mass execution in Palmyra's ancient amphitheater. Now the city is back in Syrian government hands. Russian airstrikes helped the Syrian soldiers retake Palmyra, and this is a little ceremony to thank them.
When ISIS was forced out of Palmyra, it was, of course, a huge strategic loss of territory, but it also inflicted big damage on their reputation. These masters of bigging themselves up online are having a hard time explaining what amounts to a crushing defeat.
ISIS may be gone, but they've left lasting scars. They blew the Roman triumphal arch to pieces, and the Temple of Bel. There's nothing left now but the central column. Inside Palmyra's Museum of Antiquities, airstrikes and artillery did some of this damage, but it was ISIS that did the rest.
Everything in this room has been completely wrecked. But the curators of the museum did manage to smuggle out hundreds of the smaller artifacts and get them to safety just hours before ISIS rolled into town.
Mohammed al-Assad was one of them, but he couldn't convince his father, Khalid, Palmyra's director of antiquities, to follow. Khalid was decapitated by ISIS.
What are you feeling now that you're in the site and looking at the damage?
On the one hand, sad, of course, but happy because we're back in control, and I know my father would be too. The challenge now will be to hold this ancient site and protect it from a war that has only moved a short distance down the road.